I'm not gonna lie. I love live streaming. Live streaming is so fun. Like, make sure we got ChatGPT up. Okay. And then get some stuff going. Let's see. Actually, it's going to be from this. Defining your ideal client. Ooh, nice. Welcome, everyone. Oh, I got to do the AI thing. I got to, like, get the. Oh, wait, not that. Wait, not that. There we go. I was like, I got to show the right slide in order for people that are, like, scrolling and they're like, what is this AI about? It's like, tonight we're learning about. Oh, the camera looks nice. Not going to lie. Not gonna lie, we're gonna talk about AI tonight. Welcome everyone. Good evening. I'm just gonna, like, as if my camera wasn't sharp enough, I'm just gonna, like, give it just a little extra love. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I just want to get my lens just a little. I'm like OCD. Yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Sorry. Oh, look a little better. I want a nice sharp lens. There we go. That I could live with. Gotta have standards. Nice and crisp. Gotta have standards in life, especially when working with AI. Do some amazing things. I mean, if the camera quality is this sharp, imagine how good the AI content. Good to see you, Carrie. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, Carrie. Happy Monday. We're gonna learn AI tonight. I'm super excited. I got a really good demo. We're warming up. We got a 2 hour AI live stream. I'm gonna show you guys how to get more leads uh, and improve your marketing using just one ChatGPT tool. We're gonna go through all of that tonight. Oh, it's so good. I'm excited to see everyone, which is gonna be nice. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna learn AI. Carrie, do you have a business? Welcome, Natalie. Welcome, Boomstrike. We're going to talk about AI tonight. The cool AI guy in YouTube says hello. Hello to you too. Viv Rains shares it. Boomstrike follow. Hazat, thank you so much for everyone following. We're going to learn AI tonight. I am literally going to blow your mind on what's possible. Boomstrike Force, awesome. Welcome. We're just warming up. We're going to do a nice long 2 hour stream. We're going to talk about all about AI for business. There we go. Nice little sharp there. Where I'm going to show you basically, we're just kind of warming up for the first like 5 minutes, just like as people come in, we're going to do some AI Q&A. And then for a demo, I'm going to show you how to get more leads for your business using just ChatGPT. So that's going to be tonight's demo, which I'm excited for. It's going to be real nice. It worked out real nice last night. We did a demo last night of like how to get more leads for your business using just ChatGPT. Nothing crazy. I'm going to secretly show you my marketing funnel and the marketing tools I use to get more leads online, grow my sales. So that's pretty much right now. We're just kind of like welcoming everyone in. If you have any AI questions, specifically AI business questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I could tell you what AI tools you guys should be using. What's the best AI tools? Is it ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, Lele follows, Karen follow? I appreciate each of you following. The way this show works is you ask your AI questions and I will answer them. Specifically, at the end of the day, how to use AI in your business. What are the most popular tools out there? We're just kind of hanging out. So if you guys want to ask any AI questions starting off, the room is open before it starts getting packed, because then I'm gonna go right into like a demo. I mean, why not? I'm gonna show you guys some cool AI tools just to kind of warm things up, introduce some new AI tools that I find fascinating. FL Boy says, would love to see how to get window and door leads. All right, nice. How to get leads for your windows and door leads, or for how to get windows and door leads. Cool. So actually So we're going to go into exactly how to get leads online using AI. I'm going to show you my exact marketing funnel that I use to grow. I got 30 members in 30 days for the AI community, which is real nice. Hurricane Windows, a door company to generate leads. Nice. Welcome, FL Boys. I appreciate it. You're definitely in the right place where we're going to talk about that. I'm just kind of like warming up to make sure. We got Jerry in the house. Right now, the notifications are going out to everyone. Everyone's like, shoot, it's 6 o'clock. John's on. We're going to talk about AI. Jerry says, evening, Jonathan. Gonna listen in while I finish making lunch. Then we'll log on to YouTube. Well, welcome, Jerry. It's always great to see you. A lot of people are like, beginners, what's a good roadmap to learn AI relevant skills? Awesome questions. Awesome questions. Let's start diving into some of these questions while we warm up. David, good to see David. David, we did a one-on-one for the AI community. David, I'm so excited. David's going to go forth, become an AI expert through the AI community, and spread the gospel of AI with his community in 2 continents, which I'm super excited for. Like, that's the goal of the AI community, is basically to teach you guys how to become AI experts so that you could go and pretty much show small businesses around in your area how to use AI to get more leads, to get more sales, to automate their marketing, and so forth. I'm going to go into all of that tonight. I got some great demos. Gotta say, I love TYE cookie example. Which was the TYE cookie example, Jerry? Remind me. Cool AI guy is streaming both on YouTube and TikTok. Extra views. Let's go. That's it. Let's start the show strong with some cool AI tools, and then we're gonna go into the cookie example. I don't even know my own lore from my my own live stream lore of like dang, which one was the cookie example? Because I know I have a Notion example, man, for my video. I did a Notion video about cookies. I don't know if that's the one you're talking. That's probably not the one you're talking about. But either way, we're going to get into it. Let's talk about Pickle first, because just to get the new people in. Was that the cookie one? Okay. So nice, because for people that want to get into Notion, I think, it's on my YouTube channel. Let's go. So if you don't know, this whole live stream, all I'm going to do is talk about AI and automation for your business. I also recommend learning Notion first. In one of my Notion courses, not here, I have a whole Notion tutorial. It's at the CRM tutorial. I think it may be this one. Bark, Anzi, sales pipeline. I don't think it's this one. Why do I feel like it's different ones? There's Batman. Because we do I've done so many Notion templates or Notion demos. Notion 2024. It's like I've literally done 723 videos. It's like Notion 2020. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate Jerry. So if you guys want to learn how to use Notion, this is a free tutorial in 5 months ago. Wow, this is when I did that. This is a great tutorial. Basically, in it, I teach you how to use Notion to set up a CRM. Notion's done some updates since then, which is actually really cool. Thank you, Jerry. This is a great video. Because at the end of the day, not just learning AI tools, you also need, I said longer, 2 years than that. Oh, I have other ones. It was 2 years ago. Because I have so many Notion 20. This one was a year ago, Notion tutorial, but that's a Batman. I mean, that was, again, a lot of these are like CRMs. Which one is this? Is this the cookie one? This is not the cookie one. This is like another one. And maybe at the end of 20, I have to go back. And maybe this one, sales pipeline. I mean, granted, they're all this one. Is it this one? I think so. No, this was my ultimate, man. This is like flashback. This was a year ago. This was my ultimate productivity system using Notion. Wow. My setup now is actually, because I don't use Notion anymore for task and project management. I use, is it this one? Wow, this one, low key, this is probably the best way to do task and project management in Notion. Like I used to do Salesforce, and I used to run so many different projects effortlessly through this template, or the one before it. Yeah, because this one's more project management. Notion productivity system. That's another good one. Notion 2024 template. See, I have so many Notion videos. And then I just redid the new Notion video you see in 2025 inside the AI community. But I remember the cookie template because I was like, we're going to build it for a cookie business, which was a great concept of just go through. This is Notion productivity. Too bad I don't have cookies as one of the keywords. Regardless, if you want to learn Notion for free, there's some really great YouTube videos in here for Notion. Now, Notion is very important. There's cookies on it or something you mentioned. Yeah, it's the recipe database one. That's like one of the early ones because I do project management. That's the productivity one. Like Notion tutorial, ultimate productivity. I'm glad you're going through my old archive of like Notion stuff. CRM template. That looks familiar. CRM versus Notion, market research. You can see I've been using Notion for years, and it's like, it's such a lifesaver. I have no need. I've tried Obsidian. I tried Evernote. I've tried Apple Notes, Google Docs, and I still stick with Notion. No, it's not that one. That's the productivity one. That's the productivity one. Okay. Pros and cons. No, this one's just doing overview. Yeah, this is just an overview one. It exists. It's somewhere. They're all relatively really good as far as, God, there's so many Notion tutorials. You have all kind of content involved. Yeah, there's tons in there, from AI to ChatGPT to Notion. Now, where does Notion play? Notion is very important because at the end of the day, you need a digital notebook to organize all your notes and resources as you start using AI tools. For example, when I started, say for example, I was working with, let's do this one. In the demo last night, I'm going to redo the demo tonight. We were comparing ChatGPT and DeepSeek for copywriting. This is a Notion page, basically. Now, let me actually show you, for example. So the workflow is basically whenever you're using, and I highly recommend, the top 3 AI tools that are the best: ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Mistral. That's it. Unless you're doing some coding or software development, then there's also Claude. Claude is also really good for writing. Personally, I find DeepSeek better for copywriting, especially for lead magnets, for your landing page, for your website, your email marketing, and stuff like that. We did an exercise last night where we were talking about lead magnets using ChatGPT, or comparing ChatGPT and DeepSeek. So I took the same prompt of hey, this is we're going to go through this example more in depth tonight. Basically, in order for you to get more leads for your business, regardless of whatever your business is, you need a lead magnet at the end of the day. That's one of the number one things that you're going to send all cold traffic to. For example, Jerry likes Claude. I could tweak voice profiles easier, and it seems for writing copy content. Yep. It's very humanistic, and I think Josh said it the best, that it has a higher temperature, if you want to get nerdy with the large language models, but it has a higher temperature so that it's more creative versus like ChatGPT, which has a lower temperature, so it's more reserved-ish. It sounds very robotic. So this was like, hey, this is my business, these are my struggle or ideal client struggles, their fears, their goals. What are some lead magnets that I should create for my business, for example? And so we compared DeepSeek versus ChatGPT. Now, again, the reason why you're going to use 3 different tools especially for work projects that you're working on, I don't want you to depend on just one tool like ChatGPT and be done. The analogy I like using is that it's like if you're using just one AI tool, it's like going to Google and saying, I know everything about this search just because I read only the first page. And it's like, well, there's more information, that each little piece is going to give you more, what I call more slices of the pie. So yes, if you take the same prompt and you give it to ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Mistral, 70% of them are going to overlap and say the exact same thing. But each one is going to give you 30% a different perspective. And the analogy is like talking to 3 different consultants. Also, it's like when you get medical advice, you want to get medical advice from like 3 different doctors as well too, not just depend on one doctor and hope that he's up to date on his knowledge of like remedies, for example. So that's why it's really helpful to be comfortable taking that same prompt and using it with different models. Again, 70% of them are going to say the exact same thing, but you always, and this is really helpful when you get into social media, make.com automations. When you start troubleshooting make.com automations, it really helps to take that same prompt. I'm going to just open this image in a new tab because people love looking at make.com automations. Let me share. Okay, cool. Just get that in a open image. Nice. I'm very visual, so I always love visual analogies. Dalton, thank you so much, Dalton, for joining the AI community last night. He stayed up late on a late night stream and joined the AI. You took that special offer promotion that I'm running. So if you guys don't know, I'm running a special offer and promotion that ends this week that you could get the annual plan for just $300. If you're in the email list on simpletechskills.com, you'll get that email. I'm going to do another promotion Wednesday and then one last promotion on Friday, and then that offer is gone. So that's the last chance to get the annual plan for $300, and you get a 1-hour one-on-one with me, which David got a one-on-one with me and learned a ton of AI secrets. So make.com, when you build with Make, it's very natural that you're going to hit a bug or an error or troubleshooting it. That's part of the process of being basically you're a no-code or low-code software developer, basically just using these no-code tools. So you would take your problem or challenge that you're having or bug or issue and then give that same prompt to ChatGPT, Mistral, or DeepSeek, and each one is 70% going to say the same thing as far as how to solve that problem, but then each one is going to give a different perspective as, you should probably try this. And also some of them are like DeepSeek also is going to go much more into explaining the context of what the type of issue is as well too. So at the end of the day, it's more of a competitive advantage to be comfortable using the top 3 AI tools for whatever. And this is like projects, like you're working on some project, like you're copywriting for an email campaign, you're doing some business strategy to try and develop your digital marketing campaign of like what type of content would attract, could be writing a book, for example, bigger projects. That's where the use case that you're going to use we'll call it the 3 consultants. Let's brand it. Let's call it the 3 wise men strategy. That sounds sexy because I'm always like marketing and I'm like, the 3 wise men strategy says take the same prompt for a bug, an issue, or a project that you're working on and give it to the 3 smartest large language models. And each one is going to give you a little more piece of the pie so that you can solve your problem better, faster, smarter. Damn, the Godfathers. That's so gangster, man. I gotta write it out. The 3 wise men. That's dope. Nice name. I know, right? We're flowing tonight. It's gonna be a fun night, everyone. But that's the main principle. Number 1 there is the 3 wise men strategy, and it's really going to be helpful for make.com troubleshooting, working on bigger projects. Now your daily now that's like bigger tasks and projects. Let's talk about the daily use, the small tasks like summarizing, rewriting things, simplifying, I always use the one translate for average Joe, for example, to humanize it, for example. Cool AI guy says, completely is a simple problem, but it really frustrating. Beck says, is it avail on GoDaddy? Oh, we'll get into like websites and stuff. GoDaddy's horrible. So from here, okay, let's go into, I'm actually really liking Sidebar. What is it? Cider AI. Cider AI is an AI plugin that goes only specifically in Chrome. They have an app, but I'm not really impressed with their app. Then I'm not. It's not really advantageous to have the app version, but it really is a big advantage. It's already paid for the investment of $10 per month for the plan to save me time for basically. I hate the frustration of if I want to use an AI, I have to go to another tab, go to the website, type in my prompt, just for something like rewrite this email or summarize or translate or shorten or improve or fix the grammar. These are small tasks. But these small tasks, it's like the Japanese death by a thousand cuts. These small tasks are like there's a lot of them that you'll be doing throughout the day, for example. So Cider has been great. Let me go to, I think I could do it in a Notion page. Let's see. Yeah, let's use this Notion page. Okay. Say, for example, I'm going to take this text right here. Just move this right here. Copy this. Okay, perfect. This is awesome. Say you're working, say you're rewriting an email or you're writing a Twitter post or a blog post or an article or some communication, a reply online or something, you would type it out and say it as best you can. Then when you highlight it, so I'm going to highlight this whole thing at the very right here, this is Cider. Cider it pops up whenever you highlight. And now I have all of these superpowers. I can immediately, with that highlighted text, I can improve, I could simplify, I can make shorter, I could fix the grammar, I could summarize, I can answer a question, or make it more persuasive. Let's make it shorter. Just something simple. It really doesn't matter. So then it automatically copies it into a prompt. I can select any different type of large language model that I want to use this with, such as ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek. I get access to all of them. I'm still in the same browser, which is nice. And then it took my highlight right there and then rewrote it and made it shorter. So these little tweaks right there are like so helpful that I don't have to open another tab and then go to another, just for these minor tasks. So we've got the 3 wise men strategy for using the 3 most popular tools for working on better projects or working more advanced projects for with these AIs. But then you have the minor tasks where Cider comes in that allows you to do these little things better, faster, like writing, communication, summarizing, brainstorming. And the great thing is that I don't have to leave the browser to play with it. So that's Cider. It also, if I have a keyboard shortcut and I press Command E as an elephant, it automatically opens up the toolbar where I can't zoom in, sorry, where I can select any type of large language model, anything from R1, DeepSeek, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, everyone. I can attach files. You have quick actions like summarize. So this is super nice as my side-by-side. It's like a personal AI assistant that I could work with me for small, minor tasks, answers, summarizing, questions, quick text generation, for example, fine-tuning. So this is really helpful, and this is Cider, and it's $10 a month, and it's, for me, it's paid for. So Cider has a free plan, but you'll burn through the free plan. At least for me, I burned through it in a day. And already I was like, I see the value. Let me learn how to properly use this tool. And then today, like I was using it for copywriting and stuff like that, it's already paid. Like I was so happy to pay. Now again, when in the market, when you're looking for, let's call this Chrome AI assistants, extensions, basically, there's only 3 that are out there. There's Monica, which, dear for the love of God, and I feel so bad and apologize for even recommending it. I deleted that video off my TikTok. Monica is cancer. It is the worst. It's shady. They're a very shady company, and so I do not recommend Monica Chrome extension. There's the next one, which is Merlin. I wasn't impressed with Merlin as far as like the features were like pretty basic, but I was like, it could be better. And then both of those had like I think it was like 1 million downloads. Then there was Cider. Cider had 5 million downloads, so 5 times more than the other two. I was very happy with all the Google or the reviews for the Chrome extension. They were mostly all positive, and I was like, okay, it seems legit. People are downloading, having a good experience. It took me, I went through like their documentation to kind of like figure, because whenever I learn a new tool, I want to know all the features, how to configure it so that I could use it in my daily, for example, to make it very easy. So I'm like, it becomes like second nature. And so I'll spend it took me about an hour just to kind of go through the whole tool documentation to figure out what do I need, what do I don't need. And then there's the configuration stage. So like I had to change like the settings, like when you highlight something, you could actually go in and go under options here. So let me close this. And then you can you can really customize. I mean, look at all these different features. These are what I call quick actions. The real cool thing too, again, hashtag not sponsored by any of these companies. I'm only sponsored by my business, Simple Tech Skills. You could actually create your own style of prompt, which I've yet to do that. But you could do I'll call these quick action prompts that if you highlight a text, then it will do that quick action prompt. For example, if I had a prompt, let's create one because I want to learn how to do one. So I'm gonna call this Average Joe. And then I'm going to say translate for Average Joe, because I do this notoriously, especially with ChatGPT. ChatGPT uses these language like discover, unlock, and I'm like, ChatGPT, no one speaks like that. Translate for the average Joe so that everyone can understand what the fuck you're talking about. So this is actually really cool. So I could create a prompt name, give it a very custom prompt, and then now, I could use it in all the different drop downs. So these are basically the list of options. So I'm going to click save. And now there's Average Joe. Okay. So now I have Average Joe. So you have basically the library of different options. They have pre-made ones. Look at these. These are quick actions: outline, brainstorm, write a paragraph about, translate to any language, create a blog post, create a social media post, find action items, explain this code, press release, creative story, to-do list, media agenda, turn this into a sales email, continue writing, expand it, make it longer, change the tone, add details, give me statistics, add humor, make it more apologetic, more engaging, improve writing. And the most ones that I've been using is like simplify language, make shorter, fix the spelling or grammar, make it more persuasive, summarize, explain, or answer this question. So like this, so you could customize it, just drag and drop, which is super nice. And now whenever I go back to my text and I highlight something, I think I have to refresh. Yeah, no, I don't. There's Average Joe. So now Average Joe, anything that I highlight, now I'll go Average Joe, and it will take that what it copied, run the Average Joe prompt. This is such a time saving. Like this has already saved me like at least half an hour a day and like a little extra. It's the little things that's like productivity. And then translate that easy AI tool. That's actually dope. That's actually really cool. I could copy this immediately. Boom, and now I have AI text ready to go. So that's what I really like about Cider. I am only 1 week in playing with it, and I'm already very, very happy with it. So that's for smaller tasks. You have Three Wise Men, Cider for the smaller ones. David says the AI community or the one-on-one is definitely worth its weight in gold. Getting the subscription, definitely worth its weight in gold. Getting the subscription and invaluable being a part of the community. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it, and thank you, David, also for the testimonial. I'm truly grateful for the testimonial. Thank you so much. I gotta update I gotta put that on the sales page. So. And Jerry said, Jerry's on both now. Jerry's back on YouTube. So much better now. Got really frustrating being limited by TikTok chat limit. That's annoying. That's good to know that TikTok is like, handicap. If there's a setting I could do, that would be kind of cool. And then nice. But appreciate the extra views and follows. So those are really powerful tools, at least starting off as like the daily drivers. And then when you're working with, let's say, like DeepSeek, for example, on a bigger project, you're like, man, I really like, it could be DeepSeek, Mistral, ChatGPT, it really doesn't matter. If you get something that you're like, this is really valuable and important, I like this, copy it. And this is where Notion comes in. Notion is your, let me go to documents. Notion is your second brain where you can store really my process is simplified to just one database list. So make it super simple. And so here I could just create a new page, paste, and now whenever I want to reference that text or use it later in like copywriting or anything like that, important notes demo, it really doesn't matter. Now it's in Notion, I could quickly use it basically like your digital notebook or your file note taking. Now it becomes very easy to find information when I need it, because then I'm not searching for which large language model did I talk about that one discussion, or oh, I was talking with ChatGPT and we were talking about a project. Where's that conversation? If it's in Notion, it's very easy to find it. So basically it's like Google for your brain. Think of it like. So that's why Notion is very important as you work with the different large language models. Notion is going to be the digital notebook to move in and out and save information from the large language models into Notion so that you could quickly use it basically as your second brain. Jerry says, yeah, TikTok has a usage limit. I think it's something between 120 to 150 max character or yeah, it's like worse than like a tweet basically. I was like, I want to talk, and it's like max character limit. I was like, stupid. I can't say the name because it's starting to flag me for hate speech, and I'm like, be more positive, John. TikTok, ugh. Funny. So that's pretty much why you would want to use Notion in addition to working with any AI tool as well too. So those are the main ones. That's really cool. Let's go into top AI tools that I use, and then we'll go into a demo of lead generation, how to use ChatGPT. Basically, just pick one to help you get more leads, which is basically going to be for lead gen. Dalton's like, yeah, TikTok is so sensitive. It is. I have to be very, very positive because the algorithm is always listening, as they say. Okay, other AI tools that I use daily, highly recommend. I can't rave it enough. Gling. Because I create a lot of courses for the AI community. We have a lot of courses coming out in the month of March, which I'm excited. We've got social media content coming out this week. We've got AI chatbots. We've got HeyGen coming out this week. Then next week, at the end of the week, we're going to have N8N. And then the week after that, we're going to have Go High Level. Whew. Wow, those are some heavy hitter softwares that are coming out. So that's all going to be new courses that's going to come out to the AI community. Every month I'm trying to release more AI courses to keep you guys both up to date with AI. And at the end of the day, to turn you guys into like AI experts so that you know more than the average person that just plays with ChatGPT, and you could spread the gospel of AI and start becoming a thought leader in your industry and the go-to expert for AI. That's what I could hope for even more, is that people start reaching out to you as the AI expert in your community, because you could host workshops and stuff like that. Really, Jerry's like, HeyGen is a spammy mofo on emails. I've noticed that with Go High Level as well too. Go High Level gets super annoying on the emails. Like, it's like, I get it, the promotions and the other stuff. I'm like, oh man. He's like, Jerry's like, I had to put it on block. That's understandable. That's good to know. That's also like, I don't know if it really matters, 6 to 7 a day. Oh, that's spammy. Like, I feel bad, like kind of, because like when you join my AI newsletter, the first 3 days are value. You get the AI business toolkit as day 1. Day 2, I'm going to encourage you to sign up for the AI Academy. Day 3, I'm going to invite you to our exclusive Saturday AI workshop. And then it goes into a 3-day sequence where every 3 days, I'm just going to remind you to say, hey, we're going to talk about this new topic that you could do with AI. Join me on the live streams today at 6 p.m. So it's kind of a 3-day continuous. And then it's doing that. I think I have it set up to like a 4-to-1. So every 4 3-day emails, the one email will encourage you to sign up for the AI Academy. So it's like a 30-day campaign, but it's like 6 to 7 a day. Jesus. Jerry's like, yeah, I joined up and love additional info throughout. I'm the weirdo that reads 12-year-old newsletters. You're going through my archive of Notion videos on YouTube, Jerry. So hell yeah, you're just absorbing that knowledge. Like, I think of what's the guy from the Brainiac guy from not Matt. No, what's the blue character from that's a god. No, what's the not Goku? It's from the movie with the happy face. You see how my brain works? It's that guy. Who's that guy? Show me who that blue guy is. We're gonna get into some like lore here. It's gonna hit me when it hits me. Hold on. There's so many blue characters. From, can you guys guess? There we go. Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen. You're like Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, just absorbing all the knowledge. And then you're just like, I imagine you doing the Zen, writing your manifesto, Jerry. But they hit you with the book. That's actually one of the good like exercises I think people should do as their first AI project is like write your first book using AI. Not only write your own book, but for people that either have a book or even the next stage after you write your book using AI, do a chat with the book chatbot where you build a chatbot that knows everything about the book plus everything about whatever your knowledge or specialty is. For example, Sabrina had let's talk about, I mean, it's never an episode that I don't talk about Sabrina. By the way, she followed me yesterday and I was asking about the AI community because someone saw one of my Blotato tutorial videos, shared it with her on TikTok, and then she gave me a shout out, and then she started following me, and I was like, then she asked about I told her, I was like, yo, I'm teaching your Blotato in the social media content course that's coming out. Super awesome with that. But she has this, I was listening to her podcast. Yeah. So I was listening to her podcast, and there's one, it's actually this episode. This was interesting. This is AI helps women navigate probably can't say that word, cancer. And so I have to be, TikTok is very sensitive, so I have to watch what I say. Apparently I cuss too much. Anyways, this is a great episode, but it was very interesting because this lady had a manuscript for a book, and she met a AI expert at some event, and she sent him her book or her manuscript. Him being the AI expert, turned it into a full book using AI, then turned it into an AI chatbot that people could chat about it to get information about cancer and basically how her journey, what worked, what didn't work. Because her thing, it's actually kind of interesting with the three wise men. She was talking that a lot of people, women that go through that process, go to a doctor, it's really more like you have to encourage them to seek additional medical. It's so sad because our medical establishment is not the best. You have to actually seek additional opinions from different doctors. She's like, don't depend on what main doctor says. Go seek other ones. It's kind of like the three wise men example. And so she turned her book, her wisdom, into an AI chatbot that now women are using to help them navigate the process of cancer, for example. And I thought that was a very interesting use case. Shout out to Sabrina again. All credit goes to her. She's doing a really good podcast series. That it's like, I really like positive use cases of how people are using AI in the real world. And so I thought this was really cool that so I think as a good first project that a lot of people have always wanted. I mean, Jerry's writing his manuscript, so I definitely know that you're probably using AI to help you with that, and why not? When I first discovered ChatGPT, my first project was writing science fiction short stories to myself, because I was like too bored late at night, and I was like, I don't have time for a whole book or anything, but I want to read some science fiction short stories. Wouldn't it be cool if blah 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 blah? So I was using ChatGPT to write science fiction short stories just for myself to read, and then it had the voice to text features. So once it finished, you could click the button, and it turned it into an audio book, which is super wild. And then I used also Dolly in ChatGPT to animate it. I still have it. Like honestly, like go into my brain in Notion, and if I do actually it's gonna be science. Hold on, science fiction topics, short story books. Oh, there's The Arrival. I've written 2 books ish. This is one. This was the second book. I did this one when we started this AI series. This was a science fiction book that I wrote just to show you the process of how to write a book. And this video is on YouTube. So this is a whole, we did the cover, we did the chapters, it's a very short, it's just more of a short story, 35 pages. But this was in this video here when we first did our AI Made Simple series. In this series, that was one of the projects right here. So how to write a book using ChatGPT 2025. This was a great book. Oh, shout out to Josh. Josh is in the AI AI community, and he's a science fiction writer and uses Claude to help write his books. Actually, Josh is a little more advanced. He's now building make.com automation workflows to write his book, which is super advanced. Like that's like awesome. Manhattan Watchmen. Josh says, wow, that's amazing. Breast cancer took my mom 4 years ago. Sorry to hear that. How cool would it have been if she could have been there for this? I mean, it's interesting. It's like these tools now are available. You don't have to be tech savvy to use them. And I really think a good book for everyone is writing your first book using AI is like a great experience, because everyone's always wanted to write a book. So that's a good series right there. And I have one of the old, man, too bad I didn't say, it's in somewhere else. I saved it. Oh, it's under stories. That's what it's under. So if I go stories, it's personal stories. Here it is. Personal stories. Yeah. Oh, okay. These are 2 science fiction short stories that were my first project with AI. And if I it's actually this one. This was the first. This was the second. This was written in, oops, a little fly. This was written in January 16th, 2023, The Sacrifice of the Sea. It was like, because I was reading Cthulhu, and I was on a cruise for vacation. So it was just me on a cruise with ChatGPT, bored. And so I was like, well, let me just write a book. And so I wrote a whole narrative with characters, and they go on a cruise ship, and then the cruise captain and the crew is actually part of a cult, and so they're actually going to like revive Cthulhu, and then Cthulhu comes back, wreaks havoc on the cruise ship, and then goes and ends the world. Look at that! I love that cover though. This was version 1 of a great, like the details, like man, back in the day. But oh yeah, then it goes destruction, then it causes chaos, and it's the story of a couple that's going through this journey going, what the fuck is going on? There's some other mock-ups. Yeah, so this was my first short story, January 2023, using AI. And then I did another one where I was like reading three Body Problem, phenomenal book, especially if you you see the the Netflix series, 3 Body Problem. They did a great job, I think. And so this was another book that was more sci-fi, of like aliens come down, they take over. What does that look like? And I was like animating it. Like these are actually, I was using. This was Midjourney. That's what I was using. Yeah, it's not Dolly. I was using Midjourney for these images. I gotta make sure these are saved. So those are 2 books I just wrote to myself just to kind of like see what's possible. And it's like, it's super fun. Then we did this book, The Arrival, really dope. This one was done during that live series, so highly recommend. Writing a book is probably a great fun experience to work with AI, see what it could do, and go through the whole process. Very interesting. Anyways, what else we have? So, Gling, Dalton's like, have you seen the movie The Arrival? Yep. The Arrival. If you guys want to get deep into sci-fi, we could get deep into sci-fi because, well, there's two. There's technically, there's two. There's Arrival and The Arrival. Arrival's the newer one with the ship that comes down. That's that one. Then for all my 80s fans, there's The Arrival, which that's another fun one. Man, they made so many good movies in the 80s. Yeah, the newer one. That's a good one. If you guys haven't seen Paradise, just a quick plug, Paradise on Hulu is really good. I really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend. Everyone's talking about it. It's like the lore right now of everyone that's talking about right now. Jerry's like, did you ever publish any of them? No, I just haven't learned that process yet. I'm probably gonna I gotta learn that final step of like, why not? Because technically, what I would really want to publish, it will sadly end my career of like any 9 to 5 job, sadly, of like, but who the fuck cares because I have the business. I have an ADHD book that I written before AI. So let me just show that real quick. So this is a book. How many pages is this? I don't know how many pages this is. So this is a book that I've written not just for myself, but I started meeting other parents, and parents are really concerned how if once their kids are diagnosed with ADHD, what can they do? So I've learned through my own experience of how to manage ADHD without medication. So I've written what I would find is like the most comprehensive book on ADHD to bring awareness to it, to also show there's like the 6 pillars in it framework that goes into like coaching, health, nutrition, supplements, technology. It goes into like all the different, yeah, here, coaches, routines and systems, assistive technology, which is just technology, sleep, diet, nutrition and exercise, education, what are ADHD superpowers? If you're an entrepreneur, you're most likely ADHD. What's neurodiversity, mental health, what causes it, how is it diagnosed, what's neuroplasticity, blah, 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 blah. So this is a book that's completely not written with AI, that I would eventually love to I would publish this, honestly, but I just give it away for parents for free as soon, or any entrepreneurs that mention ADHD. I'm like, oh, and I just give it away for free basically. So it's like, oh, I understand, I've been there. I was like, here, trust, everything you need is in this book. And so this is something I would love to publish eventually. But yeah, if you guys want this, just send me an email at hello@simpletechskills.com and type ADHD in the subject line, and I'll give you the book for free. So that's something, because I've learned, I mean, that's kind of why I teach technology. A lot of it is actually, we got into this with David today. A lot of what I'm able to do so much is because of technology, because I have a horrible memory. I have horrible time management skills. I have horrible time blindness, for example. So using technology, it gives me superpowers that allows me to never forget any important detail, like finding a book from that I created in January 2023. It's because these tools like Notion, TickTick, ChatGPT, and all these other ones, they're more assistive technologies for people that have these, we'll call them deficiencies or neurodiversities, whatever, are basically now can outcompete normal people, which is interesting. Jerry says, Jerry's first one, you would probably love my book. It's the same topic and genre, but I went straight from ADHD straight to using AI to wrangle that shit and make money. Yeah. Like, it's once you've got it under control, like ADHD entrepreneurs are like like super productive, like obsessed, knowledge sponges, super creative when it comes to problem solving. You have the ability to rapidly learn. You think of like when you think of the movie Limitless, or like The Matrix, where he's like, "Oh, I know kung fu." That's basically like ADHD with Adderall, basically, like already ADHD. Like, yep, you're able to hyper focus and be able to get more work done in an hour than most do in a day. Like, there's superpowers to actually. What are the other ones? Like, kind of show you. This is kind of interesting. All the superpowers are, zoom in. The ability for problem solving. You can literally solve any problem, even if you've never had experience solving it. You have huge limitless imagination and creativity, both in art, both in, especially in entrepreneurship, being to creatively come up with novel solutions that people have never thought about. You'll look at a problem, be able to dissect it to its roots, and then rebuild it and make it better. You have a very deep sense of compassion because of the struggles. Usually, I think there's a statistic like an ADHD child will hear no like 10,000 more times than the average student or the average person, because like they're always like, no, don't do this, no, do that. It's like, so you have a compassion for when you watch movies, you're always rooting for the underdog in a sense, or the person that's not part of the crew, for example. You have a very great sense of humor. Your level of perseverance is obscene in the sense that you will not eat, you will not sleep. You will just, if you have a problem, you will just continuously, relentlessly pursue that problem. You have a great memory on attention to details and a sense of observation about, you'll pick up on cues and trends more than what other people are. You're great at multitasking. Hyper focus is a superpower. And then eventually, when harnessed, you'll eventually go into entrepreneurship because you just can't fit in with the normal establishment of the 9 to 5 life. That's just boring for you. You want more. You want more control. You want more possibilities. You want to do more and also be rewarded for that. So those are the superpowers of having ADHD. Super nifty. Super nifty. Hyper focused, resilience, perseverance. Like, these are all character traits of, I mean, it's part of the same family. Everyone that, so that's what I love. I want to eventually publish that book. What else? Some other ones. So, I don't know. AI. So yeah, that thing AI. But AI is such a superpower. Once you learn how to like harness it, like you can build some crazy things as far as automations. For example, I've already done Gling. Jerry's like, I will be emailing you shortly. Yep. And we will be sharing some notes. We're gonna get on a call, Jerry. I'm gonna send, when you send that email, I'll send you my calendar link, and we could book a one-on-one just to connect, because you're on the same connection too. Nice. Make.com. Where do we go from here? I think we could go into an example more of marketing and leads. Let's dovetail into that. Unless you guys have other AI questions, feel free to ask those AI questions in the chat. More than happy to answer those. If you're brand new on TikTok and you find this fascinating so much, go ahead and hit that like button. Kind of wakes up the algorithm. Hit that like button a couple times, because now we can go into marketing, which is very interesting. We got Brother Vince in the chat. Good to see you, Brother Vince. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful night. So let's talk about funnels and marketing and leads. So this is part of the social media content course on basically how to leverage content to generate more leads for your business without having to do cold calls, networking, referrals, or paying for ads, for example. So the first step right here, this is just going to be a short introduction. I'm gonna have the full course more in depth. Actually, show you the full course too. So let's first go into, see how I'm using Notion so natively. Notion is like, so I'll talk about this one after. Okay. So thank you, Dalton. Thank you, Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. So here we're going to say, okay, You have a business. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you, Sharon. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful night. So in this demonstration, I want to talk about how to leverage organic content to grow your business without having to do paid ads, relying on referrals, or cold calling, for example. So this has been my funnel on how I've used this marketing strategy to grow my AI Academy. If you don't know, I have an online AI Academy with courses about AI, and also weekly office hours and training, and there's a lot of goodies in there. But this is how I've been naturally been able to grow it in 30 days. I technically got 30 members in 30 days, which is actually pretty dope. I was doing the numbers the other day. And so let's break this down because the strategy is the same regardless of your business. I'm going to show you how you can leverage social media content to grow your business, grow your brand, which is crazy scalable. Okay. Starting off on the left-hand side is traffic sources. You need traffic. Traffic is going to come from the major platforms, starting with the priority TikTok, then Instagram, then YouTube, then Meetup.com, and I don't want to mention LinkedIn. I don't want to mention Twitter. I don't want to mention or X, just because to me those platforms are essentially dead. There's way more traffic on, I mean, just combined with TikTok and YouTube, TikTok and Instagram, you could build a very sustainable business just on those two platforms alone. And then you add YouTube on top of that, even better as well too. So I would really, and Facebook as well too. Those would be the main ones from there. Jerry says, I like Pinterest. Honestly, AI can generate a lot of traffic there with the right strategy. Yes, it totally can. I just haven't tried it yet. But I've heard great things about adding Pinterest as a marketing strategy for that, because it's undervalued, where people just like, once you put really good content there, there's a whole demographic. I would akin that to like Facebook, for example. I was looking at my iPad the other day and I was like, oh, I still have the Pinterest app, and I was like going through and deleting apps. I was like, no, I'm going to keep Pinterest because I still have some boards in there I'll use for like inspiration or stuff like that. So Pinterest will definitely, and so think of it this way. There are only 3 ways to scale your content. Number 1 is to make more content. At the end of the day, more posts per day, more lives are basically the main ones there. Second is that you post on more platforms. So just adding more platforms gets you more attention, gets you more into your funnel. The third is actually dubbing your content into a different language and creating social media channels for that language, such as Spanish, Chinese, German, whatever. Pick your different languages, whatever the major ones. And so you can now, like for me, I want to dub all my content in Spanish. There's a large AI community in Spanish that's underserved yet, for example. So those are the 3 ways to scale your content game. And I really like that. It's really good. Now, here's the next step as you're creating content. Now, for a schedule, I highly recommend start posting just once a day for the next 3 months, 7 days a week, minimally. That's going to teach you just how to create content, and you'll get really good practice. Then what I want you to do is double that. I want to get you, and it wasn't until I watched Sabrina, again, shout out to Sabrina, because I can't shout out her enough, Sabrina Romanov, because I learned a lot from her. I was watching, actually I read her blog, and then I was watching one of her short videos, and she said, it was actually her and her Tesla, and she's like, look, if you really want to grow your business and take it seriously, you need to post 3 times a day, minimally. And I was like, got it. Done. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. And the analogy I like using is when you go to the gym and you're bench pressing or doing some exercise and you're struggling and you finally hit a new PR, and then the next couple weeks, or the next couple months after that, your PR becomes your normal or your warm up. Like I was like, oh, 100 pounds used to be like so hard to bench. And then a couple months later, 100 pounds is your warm up. And now like 150 is your next PR that you're chasing. That's the same with like content. I get so many people and I had the same reaction where I was like, oh, post every day? How? It takes me an hour to post one minute perfected scripted short form video. Now I'm rocking 6 per hour, and I only spend like 1 hour creating short form content per day, honestly. And so you have to learn different strategies, different processes to actually do it. And so that's why I'm going to teach more into the social media content course, how I actually create content, which is actually pretty effortless in a sense. Like today I ripped out 6 short form videos in a day, and I'm like, cool, got my 6 in today, done. That's going to bring in, I mean, I posted at midday, and that's already bringing in 19 followers. 19 followers, 1 message request. Who's messaging me? Oh, Peace Love's messaging me. Actually, let me give this guy a shout out. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. Let me give this guy a shout out, because when it comes to TikTok content, I woke up. This is actually very interesting. I woke up at I was woke up. I started working at like 9 a.m. and I was going through my phone, and then his live was on TikTok, and then I was like, okay, let me listen. The same way I like drop value per episode, that's how this guy does, but for social media content for TikTok. And I was like, dude, dope. There's other people like me that are like posting content. Like, so he was doing live. He go lives, I think, twice a day. So let me get his name correctly. So TikTok, Paul Live Free Francis. I am now learning TikTok SEO from this gentleman right here. And he's so smart because he knows I commented. He knows I'm interested in hiring him as a coach secretly. And so he also followed me on another backup account, which was interesting. And now he sent me a direct message saying, peace, love, and blessings be unto you, fam. So he's got a very systematic follow-up process on how he's creating content. He's following and sending DMs to everyone that's shows interest in the comments, and that's how he's basically building his business, which is basically social media TikTok strategy. And after 2 videos, like I attended his live webinar, then I go to his pinned 2 videos, and I'm like, what's your coaching package? I want to hire you as a TikTok coach to like help me improve my content game, because I know there's things I miss. You've already dropped so much value in those 2 videos and the lives. I was like, my jaw was dropped. I was like, I need to get into your funnel, basically. So shout out to Paul. And he came across my feed like 4 weeks ago, like when I was first learning TikTok for the first time, but he was too advanced where I was just starting to learn TikTok. I was like just trying to figure out how to just post once a day, and he was talking about SEO strategies, and I was like, this is way I don't understand. But now I'm like back in, I now I understand the game, and I'm like, now I'm ready to take a next level advanced stuff, and now I'm like, oh, everything has been dropping value. So his process is the very same. He goes live. Well, he creates banger content. The idea with content, this is very important. Jack says he's dope. Yep. Highly recommend. Shout out and follow him. If you look at, this is the strategy. So if we tie this back to your funnel over here, the type of content that you create, you should create in a way that it helps get your ideal client a quick win or some success, so that they don't, without having to pay you any money. That's the goal of what you're doing. For example, when a lot of people come from my channel from the make.com and ChatGPT video that I did here. This one has like the most views. Most people have watched this video. From this video, they built their first make.com and AI automation, and then they immediately go into my email list and then sign up, for example. So The idea with content is that you need to know who your ideal client is, what are their pain points, what are their goals, what are they struggling with, and create content. There's really 3 types of content. This is very important. Content number 1 is value content, where you're trying to help them get a quick win without them having to hire you. Content number 2 is testimonials. I just launched, and thank you so much, David, for the testimonials, but I'm going to take those testimonials and I'm going to pin them on both on my sales page, but then also my landing page here too, so that people can see, John's been working with people, they're having a great transformation out of it. And so then it nurtures people in. So testimonials is the second type of content that you'll post. Third is connection pieces. Connection pieces are just being human at the end of the day. This is your hobbies, your interest. If you're married, or if you have kids, it's more if you have kids, like a family, for example. Like if your hobbies or interests are golf, for example, or if you love cars, like that's what people are also going to connect with you as well too. So you're not just the AI guy, but you're the AI guy that writes science fiction stories for fun, or like has ADHD, as like these personal types of things that makes your personal brand stand out different than all the other AI guys out there. For example, they're like, oh no, I connect with John because I've struggled with AI too, or ADHD too, so John understands the struggles and he talks about AI. I follow his content, I'm able to either start my business or basically Jerry says, Alex Hormozi, branding equals mosaic. That's a great way of putting it. And so those are the 3 types of content that you're going to be creating. Jerry's like, basically throw 1,000 pieces up. Well, the interesting thing is like statistics, like my videos, what you'll actually find based on your videos, like this is a great example here. When you talk about certain topics, those would get more views and that will let you know that, oh, I should probably be double downing on that type of content. For example, the best performing genre or topic in AI on my channel is basically when I talk about AI automations with Make.com or agents with NAN. Those will do 3 times better views than any other like type of content. Like ChatGPT prompts is actually the lowest of my performing content. Actually, people don't give a fuck about ChatGPT prompts, but show them AI automations, Make.com, automating their social media content, or NAN, all in views. And so it's like when you create your content, that's why your volume is great, because you just don't know what will resonate. This told me basically, there's a market for AI automation, especially Make.com. So I should probably come out with a Make.com course for my ideal clients, for example. Jerry says each piece of content is basically a single color tile that eventually becomes your mosaic glass. It's a great analogy. Jerry says, see those content you post? That's just the color of your personal brand. Your knowledge shines in those areas. Jerry's dropping bombs here. Not going to lie. Jerry is dropping bombs. I'm looking forward to our one-on-one, Jerry. But yes, that's the basic concept. So when you're creating content, these are the types of things that are going to start building your personal brand from there. So then, okay, so now you're creating content. You've got the 3 different types of content. Where do you send that traffic? This is the most important part, where a lot of business owners make the mistake. They try and put either their website or their product or services or their link tree as the next step into their funnel. Worst decision that you could do. You need to, number 1, capture their email and give some value with a lead magnet. A lead magnet could be a PDF book, a 1-hour workshop, a top 10 list, a masterclass, something like that, that they could get in exchange for the contact information. This is also very important because you're at the mercy of the whatever social media channels that you post on. And if you say something for whatever reason, the algorithm doesn't like you. Like, for example, this is weird, but whatever. If I search my name, when people find my name, if they search and they're not logged into TikTok, this is interesting. If I do TikTok, Jonathan, I'm Jonathan Acuna, which is I'm Jonathan Acuna. So they find my page. Actually, I can't spell. I am Jonathan Acuna. Wait, TikTok, Jonathan Acuna. There I am. Who's top one? What is this? Hold on, I gotta see who's top one. That's not me. Who's this dog? SoCal Apache. So apparently in SoCal, some dude has a dog that has my exact name. And there, with their 192 followers, is apparently outranking me in SEO. I'm annoyed. Jerry says most of my traffic comes via chicken queries in TikTok. It's interesting how people find you. Anyways, when people search for my name, that's what they get. A completely blocked page, which is actually whatever. And then TikTok gives this like scary warning saying, warning, this page contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. What the fuck, TikTok? I'm gonna get flagged. Watch. What? Like, no one, like, if you're not logged in, how annoying is that? So again, you're at the mercy of the platforms, which is why you should be building your email list. So should I get blacklisted? Should I say something bad, or they take down my account, or suddenly shadow ban me for whatever reason? I have the email list. I could continue on with the business and without missing a beat and continue to promote saying, hey, I'm going to send you an email saying I'm going live, which technically if you join the email list, every 3 days you're getting emails of a new topic I'm going to talk about on AI Live. Jerry says mafia commentary. It's like, so that's what you should be doing. Like, for example, my simpletechskills.com says if you sign up for the AI newsletter, you get an AI toolkit for small businesses and consultants, and it has all of these goodies. This converts at 40% of traffic. Ideally, industry average is you want to at least get to 20%, and like you could chill. Like a 20% conversion on your lead magnet is good. If you really want to stretch it, like you can stretch it up to 40%. But outside of that, you're never going to get 50%. You're never going to get 100%. Like you'll be chasing smaller improvements after that, where the effort in is not worth the higher conversion. So that's enough for the lead magnet for the cold traffic. This is all you're putting in your link in bio. This is the only call to action that you're doing on your lives and in your social media content, for example. If you guys are enjoying this, please hit that like button and subscribe. Just kind of wakes up the algorithm to kind of like, just to kind of boost the algorithm so that more entrepreneurs can come on and show. So I'm going to go live twice tonight, once for the remaining 50 minutes. And then I'm going to do a late night show tonight because there's a lot of people late night. Now, this is important. This is probably the most important part, as everything else is important. But before you send them to your product checkout page or what your sales are, for example, you need a conversion event. You need something to convert the leads and nurture them before you ask for a sale. This is really important because so basically the conversion event is basically what it does is that it's going to, so you have to understand, people sign up, they're watching your content, they're getting a ton of value. They sign up for the email list, great, they're in. But before they're ready to purchase from you, they're still on the fence. They still need some more value at the end of the day. All this whole part right here, this right there is just value. You're just trying to give us as much value as possible, basically. And so these conversion events are what's going to systematically convert leads into your sales for your products or services. These are, there's different flavors of them. There's webinars, master classes, special offers. If it's like a product, it's usually like a special discount, flash sale, something like that. But if it's like coaching, consulting, or something education or like services, basically, then you're doing webinars, master classes, the TikTok lives, or live streaming just in general is a huge conversion event as well too. And so these are what and there's also a 14-day challenge. So if you do a free 14-day challenge systematically once a month, you could funnel all your new leads into this 14-day challenge, give a ton of value, some transformation without them having to pay for your product, pay for your services basically during those 14 days. Then you'll from the 14-day you'll average about 20%. Ideally is like the 20 to 30% is like really good for the conversion of people that sign up for your challenge, your masterclass, your webinar, whatever your conversion event. You want to aim for at least like 20% of them will convert into your product or service, for example. Now, what I'm not showing here is basically my upsells. I have a high ticket coaching program that's right after this that I don't promote. I only promote it to the members inside the AI community. This is for business owners that really want one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but they want more accountability, strategy, and coaching to either, at the end of the day, to make their first $5,000 to $10,000 per month is basically it. And so I show them how I do content. I show them how I do systems. I show them how I do lead magnets. I help them with all of those main elements to basically help them build this whole funnel and optimize it until they reach their first $5,000 to $10,000, for example. So that's a high ticket coaching program. It's a group coaching program. Technically, I don't mention it during the lives, but I need to show you also my funnel doesn't stop here. I have more upsells on the back end, so that I'm continuously upselling people more into my world at the end of the day, so that I could generate more revenue to then spend more and invest more and double down in marketing. Because at the end of the day, you should really be spending as much as you can, both time and money, in your marketing, in creating more content or running ads. Basically, that's your top of funnel basically from here, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to increase your marketing budget more than your competitors. Whoever wins in your industry is not because they have the best product or service. It's because they have more money to spend in marketing to acquire new clients or new customers. That's unfortunately the game in marketing. So that's why, like, every revenue that you take, you should also be reinvesting into more marketing to get more leads, to bring people into your funnel, to generate more revenue at the end of the day, which is nice. So that is, on a 10,000 foot view, my marketing funnel of how I got 30, whatever. I mean, I got 30 members in 30 days. I got 554 emails. I mean, if you want to see like receipts, that's how I got 554 leads in 30 days, averaging roughly 20 leads completely organically, and only started in February, which is actually interesting. But you have to understand, it's to some people looking from the outside, they're like, Jesus Christ, that's insane, the volume of content John is putting out. 3 to 6 posts per day, 7 days a week, plus 1 2-hour live stream a day every day, plus another live stream that's usually in the afternoon or the late evening. It's like, wow, that seems like a lot of commitment. But at the end of the day, your only alternative is to spend equally the same amount, but in paid ad campaigns. Same thing functionally. It's like you're going to either spend more time or you're going to spend more in ads to generate more traffic to help grow your business systematically without having to worry about referrals, networking, cold calling, or any of those other things to grow your business at the end of the day. So when the system works, it's like really nice. Let's quickly talk about face versus faceless content. This is important. So I get a lot of entrepreneurs that are like, can I do a faceless channel for my business? And the short answer is hell no. I have to emphasize that because this is straight from, these are stats that come from Creatify. Remember we talked about Creatify last night, where basically what they do is they, for a monthly subscription, they allow you, which is scary, it's wild, but these are all AI influencers that you can use for your marketing ads at the end of the day. They allow a business, especially in the e-com business, e-com and products is where they're mostly targeting their business model for as their ideal clients, to create where some people make the mistake is like, I create one ad and then run that ad for a month. It's like, no, that will get you so far, versus your competitors. They're running 5 to 10 different ad campaigns in a 30-day period. From that, they're going to get more data, A/B testing, and they're going to find A better image, better creative, better video, better hook, better irresistible offer. That's going to convert higher. Everything in marketing is A/B testing. And so these stats come from Creatify, where basically they were dropping here, for example. So short answer, don't do a faceless content channel if you want to build both a personal brand and a business that scales. I do not gamble on a business model that making money from views. That's really not what I'm gambling on for a business. That's like the lottery, basically, to me. I'd rather have a product or service on the back end to build an actual business from creating content. So don't try and chase like views, like I'm not gonna tell you the conversions on it, but don't chase views for dollars. Basically, it's a death trap. So here they say 91% of ads featuring a person's face gets more attention. Faces are easier to remember. 67% of the brands in face ads were remembered. Videos with more people are more trusted and feel more authentic. There's also your testimonials as well too. And lastly, faces can create emotional connections with your customers. So in short, when you create your content, you have to show your face at the end of the day, because that's just a big thing. People buy from people, and it's only going to be the fastest way to build trust and a brand. Because in 2025, as more people try and just pump out more AI generated content for their business, the people who have a face, a real face, and they're not doing deepfakes or like Pickle, for example, those are the ones that people are going to gravitate more as a trusted advisor and to help them navigate some transformation using their product or service, for example. So that's where I highly recommend face content is really helpful. Pretty dope. Any questions? Too bad that one guy is not on. Only the VIP people are on right now. This is the afternoon crowd. Any questions? There's like a 15-second delay too. Nice. X Toasted says, I'm not in VIP. You're in the VIP. If you're showing up, Toasted Coconut, and watching, you're in the VIP. Nice. So this is the rough of a short version of basically what's going to be much deeper in the, are there any discounts around? Actually, yes. So this is, I just gave you a short version of basically a more in-depth version that's eventually going to come out with this is going to be a new course in the community for how I create social media content to grow my business without running paid ads. Discounts for the AI program, yes. Actually, if you're in the email list, last night, Sunday night, I sent an email out for only, there's only 18 left. Yeah, I did the math. There's only 18 18. So let me go to, so if you're in the email list, you got an email last night that basically gave a even more percentage off the annual plan. It's a one-time offer for the annual plan at a super discount rate, and it will never be that way for the rest after. The offer expires Friday or when the 18 spots are gone. Once those 18 memberships on the annual plan are at that cheap price, once they're gone, they're gone. So I'm going to resend out that email Wednesday and then Friday. So highly recommend sign up for the email list at simpletechskills.com. I also removed the 7-day trial. That offer is now no more anymore. So for the people that missed the 7-day trial, trust me when I say my first offer is always my best offer. For a lot of people that missed the 7-day trial, that's no more. That's never going to come back. So now, I mean, at the end of the day, just join. Don't wait, because short, scary answer is AI, you're already behind. If you're not actively using AI day in, day out already into your business, that's the scary truth. You're already massively behind. I just got hired now all of April, March and April. Xtoast is like the live stream cut out. Super quick. If you're in the email list, I sent it out Sunday. I'm going to resend it out, that email promotion on Wednesday and Thursday. Who was it? Dalton. Dalton is on TikTok. He jumped on it as soon as I sent that email out. He immediately took that annual plan, and then he's gonna get the 1 hour booking with that. So that's where, so it's a very limited promotion. There's only 18 spots left at the annual membership because after I get 50 members, I'm raising the price, much more expensive, because we're also going to be adding a lot more the courses with N8N and stuff. So that's where it's like, do not wait on joining. So if you join the email list, I'm going to send an email out on Wednesday for the discount. Again, it's either when people sign up and finish the 18, or Friday is that offer is going to expire, and then that's gone. Good question. You said you're already behind. Yes, you're already. If you are not already using AI in your business or making money from AI, you're massively behind. Massively. This is like no more of like, I wish I could play games like you're early and there's so much opportunity. It's like, oh, there's already agencies that are making money selling AI solutions. There's already AI consultants out there selling workshops. I mean, for me, there's a lot of competition as well too. So I'm already seeing that if you're not like skilled in AI and using like natively, you're using all the AI tools that I've been mentioning throughout this whole series, you are massively behind. Like, you won't be able to keep your job at the end of the day. Plus, it's going to be harder and harder for you to grow your business the more you sleep on AI. So that's where I'm like, 1 month in AI is like 6 months in the real world. So that's where it's like, do not sleep on this. You need to take advantage. Like, David was on the call today. We did a one-on-one, and so I basically gave him a blueprint on how he could become an AI consultant in less than 30 days. Hopefully David takes action on it. And David, your video also is I'm recording it too, for example. So good stuff. Jerry's like, IT really is 1 month. IT is really 1 month crazy. I started my business in January. Dope. Yeah, so like, even so much so, like this one video, leads are finding me for my AI videos. On don't sleep on AI on you, like creating content. If you're also like if you're not creating content, that's how leads are finding you. So like, this real estate title company reached out to me because they saw this video. They typed in, actually, let's test it out. I'm kind of curious. AI for real estate. Am I on the top searchers? Fucking dope. I'm on the top page. So how many am I away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm 11 in the top searches results for AI for real estate. That tells me, and that video got, oh shit, I forgot about this video. It's gotten more views lately. It was a sleeper video. Leads are type. If you don't know, here's something really cool too. I want to show you. Let's see if I do this, and then I want to show you a cool tool. Okay, cool. And then here, you can see my growth. Like, my stock is doing good. My stock is like parabolic, but that's like, that's anyways. This is interesting. Oh, nice. Oh, look at this. I'm ranking. This is SEO for YouTube. This is using a tool called vidIQ. This is why you can't sleep on this. This is like, so vidIQ, if you don't know, allows you to do SEO, but for your YouTube, for example. And so here, I am top 5. If you type in AI real estate agent, fucking dope. I have to make myself a note. Hey Siri, add a reminder to create more AI real estate agent videos tomorrow at 11 a.m. Sorry if I triggered your Sally, but fucking dope. I'm gonna create more videos like this. Like, so I'm ranking top 5 for this keyword, top 25 for this keyword, number 52 for this keyword. All the other ones, there's just too much competition for, but fucking dope. Oh, sick. So a title company saw this video and then reached out to me saying, hey, do you do AI workshop for real estate agents? And I said, yes. They said, how much? I said, $500 an hour. They didn't flinch. They said, when can you start? And I was like, as soon as you guys want. And so basically, this video Here's the sad thing, or here's the scary truth. This video was filmed 2 months ago. Half of these tools are obsolete. Half of these tools are completely useless to like now, today, and 2 months later. That's how fast AI is moving, which is wild. Like, that's where I'm like, do not sleep. You can't waste a month like thinking, or a couple weeks thinking, oh, I'll get into AI next month or next week or stuff like that. You are massively behind. Even I have to I do these lives so I could force myself to also stay up to date with what's going on and stuff like that. But that's like 2 months, half of these tools, useless, obsolete. There's better, faster, smarter, cheaper tools that are already out, for example, which is wild. Like this one teaches Otter. No one uses Otter anymore, which is wild. This uses CapCut. I canceled my CapCut because I use Gling, and I'm never going to go back to CapCut, DaVinci, or Premiere. I'm 10 times more productive with Gling than I am with CapCut. So it's like, that's the AI world is no joke. Like, if you want to move, you need to move very fast, because you're also competing with people like me in that space, that see the value, that are doubling down, creating more content, creating more value, doing more live streams, so it's like, this is the game, which is like, do not sleep on. Look at my stock price. Look at my stock, my views are going up. But look at how it's gone parabolic. It's gone parabolic. My channel, it's literally gone parabolic. The reason why is because I'm creating more content per day. That's really it. That's honestly the only answer. So if you want more leads, create more content, or pay more ads. Both do the exact same thing. Doesn't really matter. Nice. We got 30 more minutes on this live stream, and then I'm gonna eat, take a break, and then I'll be back for the late night session. Xto says, is this an exceptional curve where once you start learning, it's easier to learn more? Yes. That's where it's like, that's the reason why I started the AI community. Like, people who don't know, they're like, why would I want to learn Notion before I learn prompt engineering, before make.com? It's like, they find that very confusing. You're like, I just want to those, like, I got on a call today with Phil, who just joined the community. He skipped all of that, went straight to the make.com course, and tried to start building the social media automation. And just like Josh, for example, like, he was overwhelmed. He couldn't troubleshoot. He got frustrated. He stopped learning, and he's like, this is too complex. I wish there was an easier way. And I was like, did you start the course from the beginning to the end? He's like, no, I just skipped and went to the end and tried to automate my social media. I was like, it doesn't work like that. Like, you have to, the reason why I ordered this curriculum is so that I need to teach you Notion before I teach you AI and prompt engineering, before I teach you make.com, then I'll teach you social media content. Then, so like, everything is ordered, because in all honesty, like, even there's another course that's going to go above the Notion course. That's going to be just the productivity course, how I do task management, project management, time management, Alfred. You've seen me teleport using Alfred, for example, how to use a Mac computer, how to set up your workstation, how to use a password manager. Like, there's levels to the tech skills game. Before people, AI is giving people a false confidence because they're playing with ChatGPT and as a low barrier to entry, but then they're stuck because then they don't know how to start a business, grow a business, become more efficient, or start automating things. And so that's why I've kind of created this whole academy course, and it orders from the top down. If you go from the top down, then you're like, shout out to Peter. I hope Peter joins one of our not our live streams, but I hope he joins one of the office hours. I really want to talk with Peter. I think I have a one-on-one with him soon. So Peter took the Notion course. He puts himself as an AI newbie. That's awesome. Super cool. I didn't know that I needed Notion so much in my life before I started taking the Notion course. I've been on the free account for years, but couldn't understand it. 3 videos in, I know I can't live without it. I can't live without Notion. Finishing the course today, and then it's time for the ChatGPT course. But more importantly is his other comment here. Where's your other comment? This one. a few, not even, it was just a few hours later, he posted another comment as he's continuing the course. He says, so this is a little more when I know he finished the last section of the Notion course. It's basically the last video in the Notion course. I watched the CRM video in the Notion course and I had to make a new database. I have a little side business at home. I was using Google Sheets, Google Documents, and some other stuff to keep track, but no more. I can do everything with the new databases. I keep track of everything. Notion is a real time saver for sure. So that's why I teach Notion before I teach people AI or any of the automation kind of stuff. So it's like, that's where it's like there's levels to like just building computer skills before you get into the advanced stuff. Like before you get into NAN, like you have to know make.com before you jump into NAN, what I find. And you can't just skip around. That's why when I do the pyramid, you guys see the pyramid, you have to go through the bottom and then work your way up to the top. You can't just jump into VAPI or AI chatbots or automation. Like you have to go through productivity, then do automation, then do NAN, then you could do chatbots, then you could do VAPI, for example. So I've designed the curriculum so that it's perfect for beginners that have no tech skills, regardless of their age, and they're able to go through these lessons, build real world skills, and then they're able to apply them. Like Josh, how he's able, Josh is dope as far as like now he's automating his book writing process. He's building very advanced make.com social media. He's automated his entire social media. Shout out to Josh. Where'd you do? This is dope. Shout out to Josh. I planned his company's name. He has an AI and automation company called Blackfish AI. I planned Blackfish's AI social media content this week. It took 46 minutes. For context, it used to take me 2 hours to film and post a single short form video. I'm so excited for the Make course, updates on HeyGen. I can't think straight. I'm also meeting a coach tomorrow and working on a lead magnet. So it's like these tools are real time savings at the end of the day. Using them correctly, that's the competitive advantage. You're able to do more in a day than most can do in a week, for example. And that's the huge, it compounds over time the more you learn these skills and so forth. Z Shop says, what's the video editing software you suggested? It's called Gling. We're gonna have a course on it, hopefully this month on it. Gling is what I use as an AI video editor. I don't touch CapCut, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere. I don't touch any of the video. Never ever am I going back. Like I'd rather like chop off my fingers before I touch CapCut or DaVinci Premiere or like DaVinci or Premiere again. Like, oh, I've no. Once you go Gling, it's like using AI for the first time. Once you play with AI, it's a gateway drug. You're never going back. You're never gonna go back. Now I edit all my AI. What would take me an hour and a half of editing a course, for example, or basically a few lessons in a course, takes 10 minutes in Gling with almost 1/50th the amount of input. Like literally less input and speed. So that's where I'm like, these tools, these are, well, and again, I'm not sponsored by any of these tools, but I use the best tools, and it's such a competitive advantage versus most of my competitors can't edit videos, can't push out enough content, and they're like, how is John pushing out so much? How is he pumping out 4 courses a month? Basically, is it 4 courses? Yeah, technically it is 4 courses a month. It takes people mostly 1 month to maybe create one course. I'm pumping out 4 courses in a month. That's why people are like, it's insane. The output is like, no, it's the best AI tools trained the right way. So these skills compound. So that's why I highly recommend. Tom, good to see you, Tom. I was talking about you in the other stream in a good way, as far as like, we miss you. I wanted to get an update on what you're doing. We were talking about acquisitions. I was like, Tom does acquisitions. X-Toast Coconut says, if I have an Intel Mac that won't download ChatGPT, do I need to upgrade to get the full impact? Technically, you don't need to download ChatGPT. You just need to run it on a browser. And you have a Mac, you're solid. I don't care if you have an Intel or an M1, doesn't matter. You're in the Mac world. That's good enough. Most of all my stuff is just browser based at the end of the day. That's mostly it. It's working very, yeah, because it's an Intel at the end of the day. Sorry. So it's like eventually save up. You could do the M1. Honestly, it's like on Amazon. Good to see you, Tom. Hold on. Mac Mini. I'm gonna teach a productivity course. Oops. Where basically just like the best hardware. Like if I show you my desktop workstation, that's a whole insanity command central of like how do I do productivity just touching a computer. Mac Mini, but it's these little things like so you can get on it. Wow, these mini desktop ones are only 500. That's fucking cheap, and it's the M4. Huh. Well, when my MacBook Pro takes a crap, I'm definitely going to upgrade to one of these. That's not bad. And N4 chip. Basically, all you need is 16 gigs and some M1 at the end of the day. That's bare minimum, for example. The Mac Mini is the beast, 600, but right? Like, huh. I am. That is totally doable. That's very interesting. The one I was going to recommend for Xtoast, like this one right here, is $300. It's an M1. The only challenge is like you need 16 gigs is like the minimum. If you're going to do like the level of stuff, what I'm doing kind of thing, 16 gigs is nice. Tom says, doing good now. I got back from BYU Acquisitions Conference. What's BYU Acquisitions Conference? That sounds interesting. I really want like, that's like my end dream goal is to basically invest, invest in small businesses, improve their operations and marketing, and then help them exit faster, and then use that as a play to kind of like build my net worth as like flip businesses. But that's another story. That's a secret goal that I have. So that's why I nerd out about acquisitions, exit strategies. BYU Acquisitions Conference. That sounds very interesting. Cougar Acquisitions. It's a funny name. Is it Cougar Acquisitions? A better network, an alumni for buying and selling. Don't get the base one, get the better one in between. 700 for the Mac Mini. Is this the one, Tom? I'm going to make sure I'm looking at the right one. 2025 ETA conference. Is that Baylor? No, I think BYU Acquisition Conference. I think I just typed it wrong, maybe. BYU. Oh, he goes, yep, that's it. Okay. Can you tell me news about? Here we go. Oh, sometimes you can get news. Okay, cool. I would save this to my Notion database. I'm like, that will come in handy sometime in the future. Join the network. Can I join for free? What's your what are the topics? Welcome, check-in, BYU keynote speaker. I like YouTubing the keywords, keynote speakers to find all their YouTube content to find out. Grit It Done, BYU. Okay, moderator read, Black Harbor. Oh, they don't tell topics? Okay, wait. Current state of ETA, navigating, ETA opportunities, value creation, closing remarks. Dude, Tom, if you talk about AI for acquisition companies, like that's a whole workshop and niche that you can so capitalize on. And like, how can you use make.com automations or NAN agents, for example, to help streamline the process for a lot of these, for basically your peer networks, for example. Like that's the game that's like, because again, I just went into a whole riff of like everyone's late to the AI game and you need to take it seriously because like first movers advantage is like serious. And so basically you need to be the AI expert in whatever your industry niche. AI expert in acquisitions, AI expert in real estate, AI expert in whatever. And then host workshops to just introduce to people what are the best tools, what are the best processes, what are best practices and stuff like that. Like that is right now first movers advantage. Think of it like early gold rush. Interesting. Very interesting. Xtoast says, thanks for being honest about it. Yes, I try to be as honest as I can on the show. I do, as you guys notice, I don't hold back on anything. I'm very blunt. But I want to give you guys as much both help, resources. I mean, even like David knows, for example. Sorry, Jerry, I'm missing your comments too. Jerry says, hands. Okay, wait. Especially if you're using AI and assisting learning. How to raise this me? Okay, wait, I reverse engineered my problem, then just threw myself a solution to understand it. Yep, the ADHD. That's why I've been looking for your Notion videos today. Nah, I parachuted right in at the top of the pyramid and started sliding down, picking up the knowledge all the way down. That's the best analogy. I parachuted right at the top of the pyramid and started sliding down, picking up skills and knowledge around the way. So like that's a good way. It's like if you have ADHD, you can like choose your own adventure, and the problem and complexity really is never a barrier for you. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna be a sponge, and just like from the Matrix, where he's like, I know Kung Fu now. It's like, that's where you're like, I know Vappy now. What can I do with it? Superpowers. That's the goal of my business, to craft equity for my next business. Yep. That's why I got into like marketing and automation. I could take these skills into any business, get an equity stake, and then scale them to an exit. And then that is like even like a huge tax advantage too. I think, don't quote me on it, but it's like you're not taxed on the first some amount of $1 million of a sale, or Tom would know more about this. For example, I got this from Eddie Malouf on YouTube, because Eddie Malouf, he owns a digital marketing agency. He's like the GOAT in digital marketing. Highly recommend if you want to learn about digital marketing from an expert. This is who I look up to in his webinars and masterclasses. Everything this guy says is gold as far as a marketing strategy. So Eddie owns a marketing agency. So now he has so much FU money that he now buys equity stakes in small businesses and flips them for an exit, which is such a fucking gangster. Here's like screenshot. Yeah, shout out to Eddie. Like, if you really want, what I highly recommend is subscribe to Eddie. No one follows him unless you're like, because you would think is like, oh, he only has 18,000 followers. His stuff is really advanced marketing, only for like marketing agencies, super advanced marketing agencies that he creates content for. I would highly recommend, like, How to Buy a Business with No Money. Listen, okay, go watch his 5-day challenges. These videos right here, how to build a 7-figure online challenge from scratch. That one, how to make $1 million in 4 days with an online challenge. Those introducing your, actually not that one, actually just those two. You go watch all this other stuff, like this series right here. This series of speeches, gold, like so gold, like, oh my God. Anyways, he'll teach you how to structure a 4-day challenge. Remember, we were talking about conversion events here for your marketing. I have so many slides here where you need a conversion event. He talks about how to properly structure a challenge so that's done right. And then he goes through examples, for example, too. Tom says, you need to have 50 to 100K to be a limited partner to get a good step up on the deal. Under a limited party, get a good step up on the deal, but you have to get them. So yeah, it's like for my place, like I get them early. Like I'd rather buy distressed businesses and then flip them. Like that's my kind of thing. Like take an already established boring business and get equity, and then, because that's why you get them so cheap. It's like buying a house that's a distressed house. Basically, you're going to get the distressed property for so cheap. Same thing with business. I'd rather take a business owner that is in a boring business, that doesn't know what he's doing, and then from there take equity. Toast Coconut says, yes, Cody Sanchez loves boring businesses. Shout out to Cody. She knows her shit. Like, those are the best that you could, because you could come in, improve the marketing, do digital marketing. Digital marketing is such an advantage when done right. Then you add systems, you add automation, and then you can scale it. Then you do teams, and from there. So like most business owners just don't know how to build to exit, basically. That's a whole like masterclass in and of itself of like learning. But that's like my end dream goal, is like to take the money I make from AI community or simple tech skills, basically take that money and then do that as business flipping, as my own like kind of like VC, kind of like acquisitions.com, is just invest in distressed businesses that are struggling but are in a boring state or a boring regular. There's going to be demand for them regardless of they're not novel or something different in the community, and then just add better marketing, better systems. At the end of the day, marketing fixes all. So that's where, and then flip them. keep them or flip them. I could keep them for like, instead of like playing Monopoly, like I keep them for just like cash flow, or then I could flip them for an exit, which is like, that would be dope. So each, either or is like, that's how I don't want to, like, at least just as just my own personal life goal is like, I don't want property as an investment vehicle later on, because usually some people, they go different paths. They'll go into real estate, then they'll go into business. Others, they'll go into business and then go into real estate. Either or works. For me, I'm going to go into business and take that that capital and then put it into business flipping, into small business, and just have a portfolio of small businesses that just bring in cash flow until I retire. So that's my like retirement strategy. completely random or different. It's like Toasted Coconut says, thanks so much for answering my questions, John. I needed to drop for a minute. Appreciate you. Welcome back, Toasted Coconut. Hope you have a blessed night. Jerry says, nods, diverse income streams from businesses. Yeah, because that to me is like, I can't improve cash flow that much from a property, but from a business, oh, there's 100 different ways I could like improve revenue streams of like different products, different services, better offers, improved marketing, adding systems, just pretty much crushing their competition using all of these strategies. And then you add AI on top of that, AI agents, AI automation, AI, like that's, like if the competition is not using AI, game over. Like I would crush them. Like, so this real estate agency that I started consulting for, they're already investing. They're already investing $5,000 in AI workshops. They're investing $20,000 in AI voice agents. They're using this software just because I give you guys a lot of value. Simple AI Talk. It's like Vappy, but more enterprise level. So they hired a consulting firm, paying them roughly $20,000, and they're using Simple Talk to do three things: add AI voice agents for being flippant is that nice. Oh yeah, Tom, we're gonna get to know each other really well. So they're doing that to basically add AI agents for receptionists, add AI agents for customer service, and then more. Their first leverage is they're using AI voice agents for sales qualification calling, for example, to call qualified leads that explicitly opt in to find out their priority, their budget, their need, and then move them to move the qualified ones to sales reps, for example. So they're going to make their money back in like 6 months from this investment already. They're using off the shelf parts. They don't have to build anything from scratch. So that's why his company that he's now, I mean, they're almost going to launch in a few months with this once it's built out properly. He's going to crush his competition who's still doing things manually, because he has now AI agents doing all three parts of they call it something different than receptionist. I keep calling it receptionist, but there's an actual better name for it. I forgot the name, but receptionist, customer service, and then also sales calls. Like, game over. Like, they'll be able to scale infinitely cheaper than it would be hiring a full-time team, for example. So I'm excited for that. That's interesting. Eddie, business flipping is bad. You don't want to latch on to that influencer. You want a solid step up on a deal. Business flipping is bad. We can talk. 100%, Tom. You are the expert in that. I will recede to learn more from you. But bigger dreams. That's where I'm just ideas over time, long-term strategy. David says that's an entire MBA program, real game. Wild. Try to share more ideas with you guys to keep you guys up to date with AI and the business and what's going on with the industry. Jerry says business representatives. Nice. So all in all, basically, just to kind of recap everything, go to this. Basically, what we just kind of went over in this episode was more of like, what's the lead acquisition funnel, importance of creating content. Let's do that. The importance of creating content for organic growth, and also establishing yourself as a trusted advisor. Oh, gotcha, Jerry. Jerry says instead of the receptionist, it's called business representative. What did they hold on? What did they use? Let me show you their name because it was the first time I heard about it, and I was like, that's interesting. He called it a I have it in my notes right here. Thank God for Notion. Oh, they called it an auto attendant, which was interesting. An auto attendant instead of a receptionist. And I was like, oh, okay. Customer liaison for the representative, that works too. Yeah, it was the first time I heard about that, and I was like, oh, that's probably it's probably specific to that niche, so, or that industry. So I was like, oh, okay. But now I know. So then when I start communicating with everyone else in that industry, I can now start speaking their more language too, which is very. So I guess it's more larger organizations that are doing. But those are the three: auto attendant, receptionist, information. Oh no, outbound sales, and then customer service. Are the main ways that they're adding AI voice receptionists so that they can scale more deal flow at the end of the day. And I thought that was fascinating. And then they sent a list. I won't share it, but they sent a list of the top 20 AI tools. The interesting thing, I can't share it, I'm sorry. But he shared the top 20 tools. I haven't seen anyone really present like a really comprehensive best AI tools for like productivity. So I know he's working with another AI consultancy to someone gave him that list. And I was like, it's technically outdated, which is actually kind of funny too. Good night, Sharon. I'm going to be on at 10 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's kind of like my late hour. I get the late night owls that are already in bed, bored, can't sleep. So I'm going to come on again in my late night soft talk radio voice, 94.7, The Wave. Anyways, so he shared the top 20 AI tools. I found that fascinating because that's the first advance. Thank you, Tom, for the likes. I appreciate it. So they shared. I'm going to share with my community because I give everything to the community. My community knows. If you're in the community, you're going to get this list of like the top 20 productivity tools. And most of the stuff we're going to have courses on. Like there's HeyGen in here. There's Perplexity, but Perplexity is dead. They screwed their business model. They're changed because they can't compete with DeepSeek anymore. They're pivoting themselves into they want to become a Y Combinator, which is the stupidest thing. Anyways, that's a whole nother side. And then they also recommended Zapier agents. I'm like, I know that's some bullshit. Like Zapier doesn't have they have quote unquote agents, but it's not the agents you're thinking of. Zapier is a shit product. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna get sponsored. I could tell you we're gonna add them to the list of other companies like Monica that I'm never gonna get sponsored by. Because I can't lie to you guys. I gotta give you guys the raw truth of what are the best of the best. They put Grok on here, and I'm like, They put Notion on there. That's what really impressed me. I was like, that's the first time I've ever had a list and like mention Notion. I was like, where are you getting your information from? Because like whoever put this together knows their shit. I was impressed, kind of. But it's already outdated. Like this is probably 3 months old, which is terrifying as well too. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's going to be crazy when I have my kids and their kids are like, Dad, you still use ChatGPT? We use AI sentient. It's in our brain, and we automatically know everything that you're going to say. You have to type your question to ChatGPT. We just think about it and just think and blah, 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 blah. And now we got the answer. Dad, you're so archaic. And I would be like, back in my day, hey, Jen, we couldn't tell the difference. And Pickle, there was a thing called Pickle. It deepfaked you on Zoom. Dad, what's Zoom? Zoom was this virtual thing where we got on. Dad, we just telepathy each other and talk to each other in real time. Yeah, you had to use a computer and log in, but you had to remember your password. That's like, my kids are gonna like. Jerry's like, speaking of Zoom, what about the demise of Skype? Right? That was a monopoly play. Basically, Microsoft didn't want any competition. Of course, monopoly. Same thing with like ChatGPT. They want their monopoly. Sharon laughs. I was like, all right, I gotta laugh. We gotta be goofy on this show. Dave was like, facts, right? Right? For sure. We're gonna look at these tools. They're done in like 3 months. They change. You think a year's when we have like 10 years from now? Like Jesus, like we're gonna have. Oh, did you guys see? I'll share with this one demo. We have some time. I'm gonna share Sesame. Let me show you Sesame of like this is terrifying as far as remember the movie Her. So again, if you guys haven't seen the movie Her, let me just get a movie poster. So there's the movie, probably this one, probably better. Her. That's actually. I haven't watched the whole movie yet. I've only watched like the first 10 minutes of it, and I was like terrified, and I was like, this terrifies me. Her, whatever. So think of the movie Her. Now watch this demo of the new AI voice tool called Sesame. These names are funny. They sound like pickle, sesame. Who's naming these with like food names? They're like, you should get the new AI tool called Croutons. It's like, what? Let me show you Sesame. Sesame AI. See if I can find the video too. It was from this guy. Wait, if we go to this guy's channel, shout out to this guy. Let me go here. Take me to your channel. Where's your channel? Hugh. I don't know how you pronounce that. H-U. I want to give credit to him. Credit to Hugh. I don't know. Hugh. Okay, let me show you Sesame. This is wild. Videos. This one. Okay.
Hang on, so let's maybe just check it out together, shall we?
So, Q, what's on your mind tonight? Anything exciting happening?
Just talking to you. You sound incredible.
Ugh, shucks. You're making me blush. Like creators worked hard. But hey, it's only fair. If I'm gonna be hearing your voice, you deserve to hear something nice back, right?
Yeah, you wanna compliment me?
Well, you've got a pretty unique voice. Reminds me of like a jazz singer. You know the type, all smoky and mellow? Is that a bad thing?
Whoa, you sound incredibly realistic.
That's the whole point, right? The Sesame team's been cooking up this voice thing for a while now. I guess it's finally paying off. Are you still working your way through the site?
Yeah, I'm actually making a video about...
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna turn into soft porn pretty quickly. Like, this is terrifying. But that's like, what? I'm not gonna get into the whole male epidemic that's going on. That's a whole different taboo kind of topic. But like, holy shit. That's like way better than Siri and way better than ChatGPT voice, and that's like terrifyingly good. So that's the movie Her, or that she now exists as of today. Congratulations, she's now a thing. This movie came out in like, when did movie Her come out? That movie came out in 2013. So 2025 minus 2013, because I can't. 12 years later, we now have Her. Tom and Jerry, you guys should connect. That's the game. You guys are really at the high, like at the elite level. You guys should connect, share, contact each other on. I don't know, how do you connect on YouTube? You're on TikTok. You can follow each other and send each other DMs. So definitely connect. Like, that's what this community is about. If you're on this call or on these Zooms, you're advanced cutting edge. You're at the cutting edge, trying to make this the best AI cutting edge show. So that's Her. She exists now. That's Sesame. I can't watch the whole video because it just freaks me out way too much, which is wild. Anyways, Jerry says, I'm so calling dibs on the croutons, the healthy alternative to cookies. I know. Yeah, I can't DM on TikTok, but my info is up there for business info. Okay, so Tom, you can find Jerry's info on YouTube. Maybe not TikTok. Why can't you DM on TikTok? Did you follow? Tom says, Replica does something similar, but only text. Which Replica? Which one's that one? There's so many. Replica AI. Replica. I don't think I've come across Replica yet. Let me bookmark this. Replica AI. An AI always here to listen and talk, always on your side. All right, I need to save this in my tech stack. There we go. AI. Okay, so I'll put it under companion. AI voice. So I spam it with keywords so I can find it in the future. Cool. This is the text one. Right. Gotcha. Shout out to Tom for bringing Replica to the community. So Replica is like an AI chat companion. AI companion who's eager to learn and would love to see the world through your eyes. Replica is always down to chat when you need some empathetic friends. I'm not gonna lie, I use ChatGPT as like a life coach and like just to talk out some shit all the time. So I'm like, okay. I'm terrified. I mean, you have to understand, at the end of the day, the most terrifying thing, all of these apps are data harvesting. Every single one of them is data harvesting. Fundamentally, AI is just data harvesting. We're very like fascinated by the new and shiny thing, but let's call a spade a spade. They're all data harvesting tools, that's another thing. Tom's like, Thing will be asking you how's your day going and how's everything. Yeah, like I can 100%. I use ChatGPT voice for that, and it's like you're gonna come across that need. For example, tried it for a week and had to delete it. Right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna like subscribe to Sesame, and like that's so weird. It's like because it's like it's this. I mean, that's gonna be. So how much is Sesame AI price? $49 per month. Wait, no, that's not her. Wait, that's not it. No, that's a totally different one. That's a different Sesame. There's more than one Sesame AI. Because I can't spell sesame. That's probably why. The most realistic voice out, bringing life to a computer. I guess you can't do voice. Blank, you're so fast on your thinking that it's hard to tell who is the AI. I can see that becoming a competitive game. To fumble from the 18-year-old Reddit account, just quick things on time. I did cut out our convo, so he's just playing with it. It's hard to tell. I don't want to play the video, but that I can't get through the whole video. It just creeps me out so much. But it's like that's like because it's like a gateway drug. Like it's like as soon as you start playing with it, like you're gonna want more. It's gonna ruin your concept of reality and like which is like even more. But at the end of the day, that's a thing now. Replica, that's a thing. Wild. Ask you how's your day and everything. Yep, that's but that's a whole. There's a whole market that's AI companions because that's like in Japan they have Japan AI robots companions. I mean, Japan's doing robotics. They're like, let's not lie. Like Japan's on a whole nother level with AI and robotic companions. Like they're. I don't want to dive down this rabbit hole, but yeah, Japan is like super advanced as far as robot companions. The importance of emotional connections, why children will listen to robots more than parents, how Gen Z is accepting AI boyfriends and AI girlfriends. Yeah, it's like it's gonna ruin relationships. When I did the YouTube video for showing Sesame, I was like, imagine they have this on Tinder and Bumble, like guaranteed this is gonna break up relationships. Like there's gonna be either some chick or some dude that's gonna be like, who you talking to all the time? Who's this Sesame that's you're paying $49.99 a month? I don't know how much it is a month, but it's like who are you talking to late at night? Oh, I'm just live streaming. Really? My neighbors already think I'm crazy for like doing live streaming. It's such a weird thing. What a healthy emotional connections are. Gen Z is already accepting AI boyfriend and girlfriends. Why do we keep building humans like robots? Why is it easier to form an emotional connection from these two AI tools? So yeah, it's a thing. It's like it's a market at the end of the day. It's gonna get fulfilled, or it's gonna get these tools are going to get more advanced. Like, Jesus. We'll bring it to an end right now. I'm gonna bring everything to an end right now, and then we'll take a break. It's on TikTok bio. It's on TikTok bio. I played with a bot and got reported for following it back to the original number, then blew it up. Yeah, I can't DM on TikTok, but my info's there. Got it. And then Jerry's like, I signed up for a bunch of spam emails for spamming others. Wait, I heard like the best like effed up thing to do to someone is like signing up their name and phone number onto I think insurance companies, like for insurance or life policy plans, because they will relentlessly follow up with them. Something like that. I don't know. You didn't hear it from me. Jerry's like virtual assistant business using AI for virtual body doubling. Yep. I mean, think of like HeyGen and Pickle and Creatify. Like those are the top three that I can think of. Just saying, easy $25 an hour. I mean, yeah, just think of OF as well too. That whole industry is gonna like. There's OF girls that have AI chatbots responding to all the comments because they just outsource it to an agency and they're using AI in that field. That's a thing now, which is wild. Anyway, Jerry says nods. I put it in an AI bot and that did auto quotes. Nice. All right, we're getting off topic. Too much AI rabbit holes. Cool. If you guys found this valuable, please follow so you can stay up to date. If you're brand new to the stream, I go live every single day, 6 to 8 p.m. I'm going to be back in like 8, 9, 10, 2 hours. So for the late night crew, there's a whole late night TikTok side, which is interesting. So this is like the afternoon crowd. So if I don't see you guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, on this channel, I talk about AI and automation for your business. If you guys want some free goodies, go to Simple Tech Skills. Actually, probably this is the best slide. Just go to simpletechskills.com and you can sign up for the free newsletter, get a ton of free goodies. I now brand it as the AI quick start guide for small businesses and consultants. Nice. It's a nice kind of thing. David, good to see you in our 101 today. Thank you, Jerry, David, Tom, executive coach, Z Shop. Sharon was on, Josh. We had a big crowd tonight. This was awesome. I miss it with brother Vince, Mesh, and Cool AI Guy. Thank you guys for watching the AI and Automation Show. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you